everybody. So this is the leg tutorial for Princess Bernadette Bear, the pattern that I wrote. And I want to show you, we are now at the point where we have finished round 54. So this is at the back. You should be at the back. This is our little front, and we're not stuffing her right now. We're going to leave her unstuffed at this point. So we finished round 54 and we are supposed to begin our legs. And the way that I do this is the pattern says to start by finding the 6 center stitches in the front and the 6 center stitches in the back. And I have found that the easiest way to do this is leave your stitch marker where it currently is. And I just flip over little Bernadette here. And I use her snout as my guide. Basically, I'm just going to find this center area. And sometimes I just like to fold her in half. And I find this, and I'm kind of looking for the center mark here. And the center looks to be about right here. So I'm going to use this as my center. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. And I mark, one of the big things, keep your stitch markers open. It just makes it a lot easier when you're ready to do it. I mark the left side of my center, and then I use that as my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is my right side of the center part between the legs. Now, I need to now have 24 stitches on this side for this leg, 24 on this side. So we're going to start here, and I begin counting to the first stitch to the left, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that is my last stitch of my leg. So I'm going to put my stitch marker right to the left of that because that's going to be my space. And now I'm going to count this as my first stitch in my center part of the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then I need to mark this one. So my legs have no stitch markers in them, just the spaces have a stitch marker on the left side and the right side to mark where they are. Okay, so now we are ready to start making our legs. So you have your stitch marker here, and what we're going to go ahead and do, this was your stitch marker from where your rounds began as you were making the body. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. And we're going to take our hook, and we are going to get right up. So you should have 1, 2, 3 stitches. Now your stitch count may be a little bit different from where your center is, and that's fine. Don't worry about that part. Just get crochet, single crochet until you get to your stitch marker that marks the center. Now what we're going to do here, now we are going to join to the front leg, the front of the leg. So I'm going to the stitch right to the left from the front. And this part gets a little bit tricky sometimes. And you are going to want to pull that nicely. Pull it nicely so that there's not much of a gap between. Now, I'm going to mark that as my first stitch of the round. Okay? Because you still need to keep track of your rounds here. So we kind of finagle that in there. All right, so now that's stitch 1. And we're going to go all the way around 2, 3, 4. And you're going to continue all the way around, and you're going to do that for the entire leg all the way to round 80, I believe, is where the legs go to. Yes. Well, you're going to go through round 79, working exactly this way, and round 80, you begin your decreases. So you're cooking with gas now, so I'm going to show you next how to start the second leg.